Hello, 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 hello out there. It's everybody's favorite conservative in New York, Christopher Wright. Here to present you with a walk and talk, but it's a little different format than usual. You know, I got a special guest for today's walk and talk, and I'd like for you to introduce him now and kind of get a little background on who he is. But
How you doing? This is Ray Denaro. I'm the Republican district leader in the 47th Assembly District, and now the declared candidate for the 2020 New York State Assembly race in District 47. District 47 encompasses Bath Beach, Bensonhurst, Dyker Heights, and where we are right now, where I grew up, Gravesend, Brooklyn.
all right. So I hope you get a gist of who we got here, Ray Denaro. And real quick, the reason why I'm out here with Ray is because, as you guys know, some of my, especially older subscribers, I started a conservative group here in New York City, the Conservative Republican Alliance. So, you know, we're just, you know, one of the things we want to do is back certain candidates that have a particular message that we represent, because that's part of the whole thing. I didn't want to be just a person that's out here speaking, you guys listening and, you know, liking what I'm doing. I want to get involved. And, you know, I think what Ray represents and who he is kind of what CRA represents. So I'm out here with them today to show, you know, my support, the CRA support. And in case you don't remember, CRA is Conservative Republican Alliance, by the way. So we're just out here showing support for Ray and also Vicky Palladino as well, which we're going to do later on videos with her. But right now we're here with Ray, and let's walk around and, you know, do our walk and talk kind of format.
Sure. So as we're walking towards, we're going to walk towards Kings Highway. I guess that's really in like the heart of Gravesend. So I grew up actually in that house right there. I lived there for about 20 years, and then I moved really far, about 10 steps right across the street.
Oh wow!
Into Gravesend. So I've lived on I lived on this block for 28 years. It's my heart and soul. And this is my community. I could tell you, I could show you 100 spots around here where I've eaten, where I've played as a kid, you know, where I went to school, where I get my hair cut, where I shop. I mean, literally probably my teenage years were spent right here on this corner. This is West 7th Street and Avenue S, or right across the street there on West 6th and Avenue S. And I mean, this is what Brooklyn's all about. It's about, you know, being in a community where, you know, your friends are all here, your family's all here, your relatives are all here. And one of the reasons I'm running is because over the last couple of years, it hasn't felt that way anymore. You know what I mean, Chris? I mean,
Yeah, I know where he's coming from.
The local politicians are not keeping the community together. I've watched a lot of small businesses come and go, which is very sad. I mean, these are businesses that, even as a child, I worked at, and it gave me the opportunity to really know the people in my neighborhood, know my community, and learn work ethic and you know, just hard work.
Right.
And taxes have increased. Aesthetically, the neighborhood isn't as pleasing as it used to be. And you know, people have spoken, and I've listened. And I ran for city council in 2017. I didn't win, but people got excited again about the prospect of the changing of the guard, more excitement in the community, more community togetherness. And when I didn't win, the next day I started saying, how can I get to that platform? How can I win? How can I keep this going? So I looked at the assembly seat. And the assembly seat is, I mean, it's in the heart of my neighborhood. It's in the heart of what I know. And I decided this would be the best time for me to run. This is why I'm doing this. You know, this is what I want to create here is going back to what I knew as a child, where the community felt more together.
Right.
And that's what it's all about for me. These people know me. Everyone here knows me. They know my work ethic, and they're excited about a campaign. And again, they're reinvigorated into the community. People already, I mean, we declared about a month ago, the elections in 2020. I'm ready. Where's the lawn signs? Where's the window signs? People are excited. The businesses are excited too. So they're really banking on a victory for us, which I'm really excited about.
And see, and that's a strong conservative message there. Yeah. And I totally agree with everything he just said right there. And that's what we're trying to do. And we're doing it out here early. It's because, like I said, it's grassroots campaigning is the key to me the upcoming 2020 elections, especially here in New York. So you see what we're doing today. We're getting out here early. We're getting the word out there. We're talking to the community. And like Ray said, he's already been a member of the community for the past 28 years. So he knows people around here well. Like he said, he's in here like homegrown. And you got candidates out there, I'm not going to say any names on the left, that ran recently here that aren't even from the city like that. So you got to get somebody who's like a hometown boy in a way and just represents the city, not just living here wise, but also what the city means and what the core value of what the city is. And you can see work ethic is very important now in this area. And me telling you, me being here, this is my second time in the Coney Island area, and it's a very nice neighborhood, has an old school New York feel. And you don't really get that around other boroughs so much no more. So
what I wanted to mention, and you said it, we don't want to talk about the candidates on the left, but but I kind of have to because this is my opponent, and this is the prime reason I'm running. He is a 12-term assemblyman. He's been in the office for 24 years.
Ooh, man.
Yeah,
24 years,
24
guys.
years. So as a kid, I was already involved in my community. I was a part of all the sports programs. I was involved in a number of after-school programs. And as time went on, and as I got older, I saw him less and less. I go to all the community events, everything.
Right.
I don't care if it's thrown by a Democrat politician, a Republican politician. I don't care.
Yeah, he's even came a couple CRA events, guys, by the way. Yeah, so he's
I've
raised
been
out
there,
here, man.
and I'm excited, man, about all that stuff. But as far as my community goes, I'm at everything, and I haven't seen him. And people notice that they haven't seen him, and it's a really sad case because the assembly district is small enough where you should be at everything. You shouldn't just keep sending representatives, because when people see you and you're an elected official, they get excited about seeing you. They get excited about. It's the only way you're going to understand what their gripes are, what their problems are in the community. And the fact that he doesn't show up, not good. Not a good look. I know my work ethic. I know what I'm capable of. Sleep isn't one of them. I'm not really for that. I like being at everything. I like being everywhere. I pride myself on it. And I pride myself on being involved in my community. So.
Wow, see? I like that work ethic. It's similar to our president, by the way, as you heard it, like lack of sleep, a good thing because they got it, man. They want to get out there. There was out too many hours in a day for them not to get out and do what they got to do. Speaking about the president, what's your stance currently on our current President Trump and when it comes to him? Because, some conservatives, especially the rhino types, sometimes step away from what he stands for.
So I'll give you the short answer. I'll give you the long answer. Short answer first. I support Donald Trump as president.
Boom.
The long answer is I support our president. I support the office of the presidency. Things happened the way they should have happened, and I'm excited that Donald Trump got elected. But if Hillary Clinton got elected, you would have no choice but to support her. Because if she does well, America does well. I don't agree with her policies. I didn't agree with Barack Obama's policies, but you rooted for them because at the end of the day, these are the people I care about. So if they're helping those people, I'm happy. I'm content. Obviously, I want a Republican in office. I want a conservative in office. I want somebody who's going to work hard, which is why I was ecstatic when Donald Trump got elected. But yes, the office of the presidency should always be respected, and the people on the left aren't doing that. They're turning it into a sideshow. They're turning it into a reality show, which they claim Donald Trump is. He's a reality TV star, but you're turning it into this. Support your president, get behind the president, and let him do great things.
Wow, that was a powerful answer. And what I respected about the answer was the honesty in there, because he didn't have to say what he had to say about, if we had Hillary win and all that. But what he said is very important. And I said something similar in the speech I had recently at the Brooklyn Highway Library, where I said, the commander-in-chief is what it's all about, man. Once you're president, that's the highest ranked officer in all the country. So we got to respect the office, man. And either way, like I said, at the end of the day, whoever wins, it doesn't matter when it comes to a presidency, because if they do well, we all do well as a country, like Ray said. That was a very good point.
This is a really important thing, and I say this to everyone, and it's probably the number one question I get being the Republican candidate on the ballot. And I got the question in 2017, do you support the president? Yes, I support the president, but what I want people to focus on is what issues are going on in our community. I, as an assemblyman, there's not really much I can do with D.C., but there's a lot that I can do here. Worry about what's going on in D.C. I am happy that people are engaged in politics more than ever now. I think it's a testament to what social media has done. But worry about what's going on your street corners. Worry about what's going on right outside your door. Okay?
Wow.
Be involved in D.C., but worry about here more. This is more important. Get more involved in your local elections. Midterm elections, turnout was very low. In 2017, the mayoral race, turnout was very low. We need more New Yorkers invigorated and wanting to vote. 12% turnout is not acceptable. We need higher turnout rates in New York. And it doesn't matter if it's a blue state, it's a red state. Vote for the person you believe is going to do the best thing for you, your family, your friends, and your neighbors.
Wow. See? That's very, very good points right there you made. And that's why we're starting, like I said, at a local level. It's very important, especially here in New York. Because as you know, unfortunately, we were hit by a pretty bad blue wave in 2018, the last midterm election. And a lot of that, like Ray said, because of low voter turnout, man. And we got to change that around. And that's why I started the groups like the CRA. That's why we got Ray out here running for Congress. And it's just like, Assembly. I apologize. Yeah, yeah. One day, we'll get there eventually, right, Ray?
Yeah.
So, we're out here, man, and we're grinding, man. So we know this is where it starts. And people feel like, do you really think you can turn New York red? Some people are negative. And I'm like, yes, we can, but it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be a process. And this is the process you're seeing right now. You're witnessing it. So
I'm happy to get into the grassroots level. I mean, this is listen, my background, I'm a construction manager. I'm a project estimator. I build things from the ground up. right?
Oh.
And this is what, yeah. It's
I
not
know.
just-
I do marketing management for. I reach out to a lot of project managers, so
There
I
you
talk to
go.
you guys all the time.
There you go. So it's not just a cliche thing. You want to build things from the ground up. You respect it more when you build it from the ground up, not when something's handed to you. The zombie vote in this neighborhood is unbelievable. What the zombie vote is just a baseline vote of the ratio of Democrats and Republicans coming out, and Democrats are getting the baseline vote and they're able to win elections. But what we want to do is we want to make Democrats realize that the R next to your name is what you represent. It's the policies you want to carry, but you want them to vote for the person, not the party. And my campaign slogan is "People over politics," because it's about the person. It's about me. The people you see here, and we'll walk through, and I guarantee we'll know 100 people around here. They know what I'm about, and it's about who I am as a person. It's not about just being a Democrat or Republican. I think we're going to be able to swing a lot of Democrats and a lot of independents our way.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. See, and so that's why we're out here today, man. We're out here because we're amongst the people.
Interesting in this neighborhood. Everything's interesting.
Yeah. So people over politics, you know. I like that terminology, man. That's a good. Not even a campaign slogan. That's just reality. You know what I mean?
People over politics. It's having a 2020 vision. Because the election's in 2020. That's one of my favorite lines. And the 2020 vision is a better community. We got to do better for our businesses here. Kings Highway probably has some, the richest businesses in our community, and this is one of them. That's my friend over there. So we turn around and say hello to him. Sir,
What's up, buddy?
how are you?
Good luck to you, my friend.
Thank you. We're doing a video.
How you doing, sir?
Hey,
Christopher,
good luck.
nice to meet you.
We're big supporters of Ray. Ray is a lifelong fixture in our community. So
Yeah.
we're very proud to have him here with us.
Definitely. Like I said, it's one of the best businesses around here, and this is what it's all about. We don't want to see our businesses fleeing our community because they're upset that the neighborhood has changed, the community has changed. I don't want to hear that. This community is tight-knit, and we have to do things together. We have to build things up together. And at the same time, we have to go to Albany for common sense and fight the increased property taxes that Governor Cuomo wants to put on people, that Republicans like Nicole Malliotakis, Michael Riley, are fighting so diligently for here locally. So we have to continue that battle. If we don't continue that battle, if people don't get energized, you're going to see great businesses like this on Kings Highway, on Avenue, on 86th Street, flee the neighborhood. That's not what we need. See you later, bud. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
So, where it's at, man. Where all it happens, like you said, when it comes to the small businesses here, the importance of putting, people over politics, man. Because like you said, you can see it all around New York, not just, especially, like you said, in Coney Island area, but you're going to see it in Brooklyn, you're going to see it everywhere, man.
So I worked here, actually. This store right here, Pizza Pork Store. I worked, how old was I? Like 15 years old, that's my buddy over there. I was 15 years old when I started here, and I worked here till I was about 21 years old. It's where I learned hard work, ethics, being punctual. We'll go inside, maybe we'll say hello to everybody.
Yeah. See? Walk inside here.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Joe?
How are you?
We're doing a quick video about the neighborhood. How are you? So, very good, very good. Yeah, so basically this is where I grew up. This is Brooklyn. This is an Italian salameria. Cold cuts, meats, everything. And these people for as long as I work here were like my family. Really good people. So this is what it's all about. This is the heart of Brooklyn. This is Bensonhurst, Gravesend, Brooklyn. Yeah, I just spend a lot of time here.
And you see, they're working hard as we speak.
Yeah.
So
That's what Brooklyn's about, though. It's about working hard. So.
Okay.
You good?
all right.
These guys gotta get back to work. We're gonna stop by later for a sandwich. Brock, you gonna make us sandwiches when we come back? All right.
Looking forward to that, man. Yeah, they can make some good sandwiches out here in New York, man, especially in the Coney Island area. So definitely gonna be checking in back in. But that was, like I said, this is the work ethic we were speaking about, man. Like he's not a man that says the words. I mean, we're literally, you see it. We're walking in different locations. He's meeting different business owners. So he's out here talking to these guys. So this is what we need, politicians that are actually local politicians, not ones who just run their mouth and disappear when they get elected.
I gotta correct you.
Okay.
And this is gonna be a cliche thing to say, but it's the honest truth. I am not a politician. I felt when I ran in 2017, and I feel about it even more so today, I'm doing this for all the right reasons. I'm doing this because I feel our community is neglected. I feel that the people that live here don't actually know what's going on with local politicians. They know who their local politicians are, but they never see them. They see representatives. They don't see their voting record in Albany like William Colton. And now, William Colton, he votes center-right. Most of the time he goes along with the speaker, but he's not really whipping up people, Democrats, to vote the correct way that would help their constituents. One of the things that just happened recently, when the blue wave started in Albany, is a terrible abortion bill passed.
Oh,
Yeah, and basically what it did, it almost decriminalized a person hitting a pregnant woman and killing her baby. And we actually saw the case recently in Queens where a woman was killed, and she was pregnant, and the baby died also. And he's only being charged with the murder of the woman. Now, for some bizarre reason, he gets off with that murder, he would not be charged for killing a baby.
wow.
It's terrible. And
See, it's disgusting.
our representative voted no, but it was a very close vote, and he couldn't swing anybody else to vote no too. It was sort of just like a vote like, I know it's going to pass, I'll see you later. And I'm a fighter. I fight for what I believe in. I want to fight every day for my constituents, and that's something I would have fought very hardly against. The fact that it passed is disgusting. People are feeling the effects of the blue wave here that happened in 2018 very quickly.
Very quickly.
We lost Amazon. We lost 25,000 jobs, permanent jobs, good paying jobs for middle class families, and we also lost the jobs that would have been able to create Amazon, to build Amazon. New York should be the tech center of the world. We are the greatest city in the world. We're in the greatest state in the world, and we live in the greatest country in the world. So the fact that New York itself lost Amazon is beyond me. And like I said, I'm a construction guy. I know the business. At the end of the day, I'm a businessman. That was good business.
Yes.
Our elected officials here in New York killed good business. I'm not about that. I'm not.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, you heard that, man. And not only that, as Ray can even tell you, I mean, like I've been in construction business as well. I'm saying I do marketing management, so I work with a lot of these guys building around here. Now, not only did it mess up a lot of business, 25,000 jobs, but it messed out more jobs that would have been involved with the business, outside companies that would have worked with the business to help them deliver packages or whatever it may be. It killed those jobs.
I talked to local businesses. They were excited about Amazon coming in because it would have reduced some of their costs to actually. A lot of local businesses, and many people may not know, small shops actually do a lot of business on Amazon.
Wow.
So I was talking to a hardware store around here. It's funny, I needed like screws for something, special screws for something, and I was looking up on Amazon. It said ships from the hardware store that I know in my neighborhood. I was like, oh crap, okay. So they're upset because it would have reduced some shipping costs. It would have been easy to get their products to the end user, and they're upset. And a lot of people are upset, and I think it energized people because the far left, the socialists, the eventual communists are showing you exactly who they are, and that's going to be the difference in 2020, where they're just going to keep overreaching your boundaries, keep doing it, because you're only going to have 2 years to do it, and then common sense is going to win, and good moral ethics are going to win in 2020.
Hey, I'm ready to vote for Ray right now, man. Now he's speaking my language, man, and I hope you guys are realizing why this is one of the first candidates that we're going to be backing with the CRA, man. He's a man of the people, and he's a young guy too, man. So he's to be this sharp at a young age like that shows he really has passion in what he's doing.
Let's walk down that.
All right, let's walk down this way.
Yeah, see what's going on down there.
Yeah, definitely. So now I hope you're understanding why this is so important that we back candidates like this, and we support candidates like this, because with people like Ray, they need a voice, man, as much as they can get, man. And as anybody that can help them spread their message, that's what I'm out here to do. So,
right. And the CRA is doing it. I mean, they're putting together an organization, and I'm happy. I'm honestly thrilled to have their support, because a grassroots operation like this in the Republican Party is something that we've needed for a long time. I think the local Kings County conservative and Republican parties do a great job, and I'm always happy to have their support. But it's a grassroots organization like you guys starting this up that really means a lot. Things like this, we haven't been able to do things like this in a long time, and it feels good. And I'm telling you, people are noticing it. Because people are sharing the videos, they're liking the comments, they're on social media, they're excited about this, and I'm very excited about it too. I'm thrilled to have your support. You're one of the best guys I know out there. Colin O'Leary, Frank Gonzalez, a bunch of great guys, and this is awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. See, man, nothing but love out here, man. So, like I said, we're coming in New York, man. 2020, it's going to be a big election. We know that. We're going to go up a little bit further here.
We got to talk about this for a second.
Yeah, definitely.
This is something I fought really hard against. So this is one of our train stations here.
Oh.
And, this is the N line, and this station was actually closed for like 2.5 years. It was about a 350 $50 million reconstruction
Flip it around a little bit so you guys get a look here.
of this station, Kings Highway Station, the Avenue T station, the Avenue U station, and 86th Street. So if anyone knows Brooklyn, these train houses run, simultaneously. Each one is a stop that people can get off on. They actually closed each station, and they inconvenienced everyone in this neighborhood for about 2.5 years, where people had to go down to Bay Parkway to get off, and then take a bus or walk back to this neighborhood, and that's like 20-minute walk.
Jeez.
And I spoke to the contractors actually doing the work extensively. I spoke to them like once a week, just seeing where progress was at, because I seen they were behind schedule. And I just wanted to, I brought it up, and I brought it up to the MTA too. I said, hey, when you guys do something like this, where are your design factors? Why would you close, 4 stations concurrently? Why wouldn't you skip a station so that the other 2 stations can be open for people to just walk at? So it's an additional block instead of an additional 15, 20 blocks.
Wow. Man.
I mean, that's the proactive thinking you need here. It's a simple thing. You can think about that in your sleep,
Right.
And our elected officials didn't do it. And there were many times, and I think the company did the work, did a fantastic job. The building looks good. This station needed remodeling very much so. It looked like it was in shambles probably 3 years ago. But I wasn't really happy with how they kept the streets and the neighborhood and stuff. But I talked to them, and it was just a simple conversation. An hour later, everything was cleaned up. But the point I'm making is, where were the elected officials during all this? They weren't around here.
Yeah.
I was around here.
Yeah.
And my constituents complained to me. They stopped going to our elected officials, and they came to me, and we got things done. And we're continuing to get things done. We did a flag. We changed the flags over by the Veteran Memorial site on Lake Street and Avenue. That site had been neglected for 10 years. Flags were damaged, tattered. I mean, it was one phone call to the Parks Department. Hey, can we change the flags on Monday? I called them on Saturday. I'm sorry. I called them on Monday. 5 days later, we had a ceremony. The flags were changed. These are things we should be doing in our community. We shouldn't just be an elected official, be able to live here, serve what I think is the best neighborhood in the world. This is my neighborhood, and just be complacent. I don't accept that. So.
Wow. So, you guys are listening, man. He's already a man of the city. A man of the, he's been out here already grinding, working hard to get things done. That, like I said, elected officials should have got it done already. It's unfortunate that a citizen has to come out of his way to do things officials should be doing. And that's my biggest problem just being in New York, is you don't see the elected officials out amongst the streets, man. You see them during the campaign season, but then when they're elected, they're nowhere to be found. And you see there's issues going on here often. This is one of the most populated cities in the entire world, if it's not the most populated. But so we need things done, especially when it comes to public transportation here. So, like I said, that's why I'm looking out for Ray, man, because he's already out here grinding. That's how he caught our attention, is, and then when he said he's running, we're like, we got to get out there, man.
I walk this I don't drive this neighborhood. I walk this neighborhood every day. I work in downtown Brooklyn, park my car here, and I walk this neighborhood every night, either if I'm exercising, if I'm running, or if I'm jogging, or if I'm going to the gym. And it helps me see what's actually going on around here, what people have a problem with. If you look at every constituent in this neighborhood, they have my card. I hand out my business card every day. It's got my contact info on there. I write my personal number on. They have, everybody in this neighborhood pretty much has my personal number. I am very active on social media. People don't have trouble getting in touch with me. In fact, if you look at my social media, I always post the statistics. I have a 100% response rate on Facebook and Twitter. 100%.
Wow.
I
gotta work on that.
Yeah, I probably engage with close to 8,000 people every week. Every week, and I've posted the statistics before.
Wow.
My posts are reaching 14 to 15,000 people every week.
Wow, man.
So yeah, I mean, this is what this community needs. And social media, it gives you a good way to actually get in touch with people. I'm very for it. I think it's a nice addition to how you can govern in your community, because a phone call, some people don't want to make the phone call, some people are just too busy to walk over to the office. Now it's a quick message on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you're there. You can do it.
Boom.
So yeah,
Just like that.
That's why I'm extremely active on social media. Some people don't like the stuff I tweet, but listen, I speak my mind, man. I'm very honest about
It's true.
what I have to
I
say.
can confirm that. He does speak his mind. That's why I respect that as well.
Yeah. There are times where I'm really angry about a subject that's going on in our community. I'll tweet about it 15, 20 times a day. But sometimes a thought pops into my head, and most of the times I have a solution at the end of it on how to fix it,
Yeah, and see, that's what's important, man. Like I always say, I prefer a brash truth teller than an articulate liar any day of the week.
Yeah.
So this is what we're out here representing. And now, also, you mentioned your social media, Ray. Where can people reach you on social media?
So on Twitter, at Ray Denaro, RayDenaro, just my name. My real name is Raimundo. I go by Ray. I'll be on the ballot as Ray. On Instagram, I'm Ray 4, the number 4, NY. On Facebook, I'm Ray Denaro for New York. That's all the social media I have. You can always reach me on my email too. I'm ray.denaro47ad@gmail.com.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Please get out here and show your support the best you can, man. You know how you can reach Ray on social media. You know, he has all the information out there. If you want to see how you can help out the campaign, feel free to email him or reach out to him on social media. He said he has a 100% response rate. So, you know, he's out there, man. So getting connected, man. Help us out here. Get this, 2020 election. Help turn New York red. This is probably going to be a process, and this is a big part of the process. Me and Ray got to get out to the streets, man. If they're done talking, we got some work to do. So
yeah, we're actually. It's good you mentioned that. We're petitioning for. I'm also the district leader in the area, and every other year, you have to do petitions to remain on board as a district leader. So can I explain what a district leader is?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So there's about 5,000 registered Republicans along Assembly District 47. You are their representative. You speak for them as far as who they want as a candidate. Every time there's candidates to go around, like petitioning to Eric Ulrich, myself, Phyllis Carbo. I'm sorry. We have delegate judges that we're petitioning for. You walk to their household and you say, hey, this is who we're representing. I tell them, most of them know who I am already, but you tell them who you are, and if they'll sign the petition for them to support these people as well. So it's a really important process because you're basically putting their trust in you, that you vetted these people, you agree that they're outstanding candidates and that they're going to help the community, the city, the state, the country. So I take this very seriously. A lot of people have volunteers helping them. I like to do it myself, honestly, because it also gives me the opportunity to say, hey, and by the way, what's been going on? Any problems? Is trash being picked up regularly? Is there graffiti around that you want me to know about? Any suspicious activities going on at nighttime? So it's a good process for me. I really enjoy. Honestly, I thoroughly enjoy it. Every year I have to do it.
And that's what we need, more candidates like that. For the people, by the people. Sounds familiar, right? But no, seriously, I'm so proud of this young man here and what he's doing, what he stands for, and what he's doing for his community, man. And so I'm just glad I can have this back into the CRA. This is one of our first official candidates we'll be backing, and I'm proud to put my name and the CRA's name behind him. We got big things coming in 2020, and I hope you guys stay tuned, man, and help out your best, show support it any way you can. I appreciate your time, and of course, like everybody knows, God bless out there, and God bless America. Adios.